with a slow start, 1 of 8. Murray back in, Brown back there with them. No Aaron Gordon tonight with a calf strain. That's a long shot by Murray, a rebound try and retrieved by Highland. Edwards back out there with 2 fouls. Working on Strawther. In the paint, Minnesota 20-4.
I mean, there's nothing. 5 decides to put his head down and drive. There's nothing you can do with this right here. Anthony Edwards getting to the paint, using his athletic.
This is how they win, and I love, Anthony Edwards being patient, understanding where his success is going to come from. But once he gets to the basket, you see he does that switch to that N1.
Minnesota is plus 18 points in the lane. Both Candace and Dwayne talked about that. Minnesota is plus 7 points off turnovers. Look at the defense here. Edwards on Murray. Chip and try. New shot clock. Murray faking the 3 into Reed down low. And they go for the twisting and turning Najee, who puts it up and in.
And Najee gives the Nuggets a little bit more size, a little bit more physicality against Randall at that forward position.
But with Aaron Gordon being out now, we've seen 2 players who didn't play in the first 2 games. Zeke Najee, there's a 3 from Edwards.
Put on that 3, but this is what we love about Anthony Edwards right here. He's up taking the challenge. You talk about a guy that has 2 fouls in this game. He's getting over every screen, trying to put it on Anthony Edwards.
Denver now 5-25. Randall up top, set the screen, worked outside, Reed in the corner. It's a 3.
Inside, penetrates the defense, and then you get a catch-and-shoot 3 on the backside.
Najee trapped inside and a foul called.
Candace, like you talked about, when Minnesota's dancing around the 3-point line and they're not penetrating, their shot quality is not the same. When they touching that paint, making sure that Denver has to bring their deep Minnesota, and that's what we want to see them continue to get throughout the series.
Zeke Najee, 77% free throw shooter. Him and Strawther didn't play the first 2 games. And again, with Gordon out, they've had some of the cohesion there. Spencer Jones got the start tonight. The second-year player from Stanford. Here comes Randall shaking big in the paint. And a foul.
You don't have to run plays for him.
Randall at the stripe. Zeke Najee picks up his first personal foul. And Randall... Go to NBA.com or visit the NBA app. Randall had a 24-point, 9-rebound, 6-assist game after just 16 in game 1. With all the concentration, very difficult to beat.
Well, Randall is that guy that can put so much pressure on your defense. He's somebody who gets forgotten about, and when he's selling for 3s, he's not as great. But when he's putting that shoulder in you, he's going downhill. It's Bruce Brown. As you can put him on that elbow, and you can attack right there.
Foul on Reed, and that is number 3. He just came off the bench.
Coach Bench and his staff is not going to have an ability to challenge.
Brown at the line. Reed is out. Dosunmu is back in the game. And Strawther's got it. Murray on the move. Into Highland in the corner. Najee, 3.
And right there, Najee makes him pay.
You saw Murray coming downhill, and his first initial reaction was just to protect the paint. But that's what Denver needs. They need a little bit more penetration by Murray to get in there, get these shooters a chance to shoot a shot without so much contest.
Edwards. 3 won't go.
Jamal Murray on the last play, obviously, gets downhill, brings 3 guys and finds his teammates. If you're going to win this game on the road, Candace, you're going to need someone to step up, make outside shots. You have given up your shot or yourself for someone else to get a better look.
And you're putting pressure on Minnesota's defense. Julius Randle having to pick because they understood in game 1, Jamal Murray's time where he really scored a lot of his 30 points was during this early second quarter run without Jokic.
Strawther on the doorstep. Vincenzo is coming for Bones Highland. Randall, they were very concerned with Aaron Gordon being out. What about Randall? DiVincenzo, the fake, the 3. No. Najee the rebound. Murray with the ball. Murray 1 of 5. Edwards right there. Long 2. Got it. Cutting, drive, score. Nice play. Goes Dosunmu, and that stops a 6-0 Denver run.
I think Minnesota understands as well. As you look out on their floor, there's no rim protector out there for Denver. So they're putting their head down and making Denver have to make a decision on what they're going to do. And right now, they're making outside shots and they're scoring in the paint. And they're getting out of transition.
DiVincenzo. Assists and just 1 turnover so far.
Yeah, the Timberwolves making good decisions with the ball, not allowing the Nuggets to get any looks in transition off of bad shots or live ball turnovers.
Murray overdose and Dosunmu.
I know Murray got to his spot to the right side of the floor, but just watching Jaden McDaniels, how he got skinny over that screen, making sure that Jokic couldn't screen him. Jokic one of the best screeners in our league and making it tough.
He's got 11 quick points for Minnesota.
And 5 of 7 from the field, hanging around the basket, making good things happen.
DiVincenzo knocked it away. Numbers, Edwards on the wing. And Jim Hardaway off the bench will defend the 3. Their biggest lead tonight.
And you just knew that one was going to go. Sometimes when you're coming off an injury, you need an adjustment, right? Your legs are a little short. Anthony Edwards made that.
Big shots up and run.
And that right there is why they picked up Ayo. He pushes tempo off of a made basket, is able to beat.
To put pressure on this Denver team because no one at that basket can stop him.
Now we welcome the audience watching the Toronto-Cleveland game. Here's Jokic inside. Bruce Brown. Good.
You want to be able to settle down, coming out of halftime to give yourself a chance.
Denver's never led. Wolves have led by as many as 19. They are crowding Edwards, who turns the ball over. That's 10. And Denver is 9 of 32 shooting in this game. No Aaron Gordon, for those of you just joining us. Calf strain, they found out at 4 o'clock this afternoon. They changed their starting lineup. Their bench has been disrupted. Jokic on the move.
He is just too big, too strong. That Euro past the secondary defender.
Edwards around the Gobert screen. It's a 3.
Setting some incredible screens, having patience. You know, you want your bigs to make sure that they're not moving on the screen, allow you as a guard to do what you need to do. Is DiVincenzo get another steal and Minnesota's out on the break.
Dosunmu bench. He has been electrifying.
You talk about DiVincenzo just coming up with back-breaking plays on that. But then if you're Denver, how about having Ayo and Edwards going at you? It's tough for anybody.
Christian Brown at the line. Denver not only was NBA history, that's how good they were offensively.
And that's even without them being whole. You saw Watson, you saw Aaron Gordon missing substantial games. I mean, this is a team that Minnesota was held to a 12-0 win streak.
Timberwolves have made 7 consecutive shots. Here goes DiVincenzo. Closing, feeding, outside, McDaniels, corner, Dosunmu, here he comes!
There's nothing you can do about that. The ball went from both sides. They're not settling and they're attacking. Denver wants Minnesota to take jump shots.
It's the biggest lead for the Wolves.
What you can do about it, Candace?
McDaniels had a lot to say before this game, but thus far on the defensive end and offensive end, he's backing it up.
In the timeout, Chris Finch talked about movement with this team. And you can see on the offensive end, that's a point of emphasis for this team, is to make sure that they don't stand still. And
Cameron Johnson couldn't get the corner 3. DiVincenzo's right here. Hardaway finished off that possession with a 2. DiVincenzo